everyone, this is Kosher Bacon. Welcome back to Stoneblock. Sorry if I'm a little more quieter than usual. It's kind of late at night for me here. I figured I'd record an episode though. Oh boy. You know, I always record over here. Like this is my normal recording starting spot. So I figured let's change it up. Let's do it over here now. Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those days for me. I'm just having random thoughts. Although I guess for most recent episodes it's been like that. Again, things are kind of scatterbrained over here, so I'm not sure when this episode's even coming out. Oh boy, so we're waiting for our draconium and power to build up, we're waiting for our chickens to hatch. Let's keep poking at RF tools, because I made a dimension over here, but I can't afford to power that. Like, that would eat up all the energy stored in our core in about 500 seconds. So we'd get like 5 minutes in there. Well, no, 5 minutes is 300 seconds, but we'd get like 7 minutes and then boom, dead. So, what are we gonna do then? Let's get another dimension tab, right? We're gonna just make a random dimension to see what we get, because I'd love to get like a, I'd love to get a, like a super flat dimlet, terrain. Like get a random dimension where it's super flat terrain, then use a terrain absorber from RF tools in order to I keep going I'm sorry. So get a super flat dimlet. Use your words. So we go to a dimension. It's super flat. We place down a terrain absorber. It creates a super flat terrain dimlet. And use that with the emerald block thing, for example. Then instead of having normal terrain made out of emeralds, it's super flat made out of emeralds. I don't know what's better about that, but that's fine. Oh, wrong one. So if you want just a random dimension, you don't care what's in it, just place it in your dimlet workbench or dimension inscriber, call it whatever. Inventory is not a good name, so we're going to call this random 1. Click store. And boom, creation cost 1000 RF per tick, maintenance cost 10 RF per tick. That's awesome. So then you head over to your dimension builder, you pop this thing in. And yeah, it starts building the dimension, feeding it power. Then once it's full, it sends all the energy it had into the dimension and keeps sending it in. Dimensions can hold a lot of power. And this guy's only getting 9,000 because that's the speed the cables have. So yeah, you can see the current power in the dimension is going way up. We're going to want an activity probe, aren't we? Activity probe. Okay. So then we get a major lag spike. When that's done, we head over to the dialing device, home base, and you can see over here there's now something called random 1. And if you see the ID of the dimension is ID 3. So here we're going to favorite home base. And we're going to check. Dial's okay. And we're going to dial it. Now before we jump off, let's make sure we have a matter transmitter, receiver, dialing device. Let's go check it out. Sorry about that, checking the mic. You know what, I'll probably just cut this, because loading screens are not entertaining. There we go. Oh. Well, that's what I was afraid of. Random dimensions can have random effects. And giving me poison? Poison too? That's one of them. Man, I'm gonna use up all my food in here. What is this terrain? Yeah, I don't like it here very much. Yeah, we're just gonna... Here, get this thing out. Homeward bound. Wow. So yeah, that can happen if you just jump into a random world. That's why it's very important to have good stuff. But yeah, at least it's not wither, right? Otherwise we'd be dead. What a stupid way to die. Jump to a random dimension. Yep. Alright, so that kind of sucked. You know what, oh, we never even placed down our activity probe. Let's get that out of here. This starts filling back up with power, and you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna extract, that deletes said dimension, I think, maybe. Because now, yeah, we're also gonna interrupt this with this. Because now if we check, it's okay, because it has power stored in the dimension, I think. Or it might just be done. Anyways, we're not gonna go here. Random 1 was a bust. Give me that. You know what, I'm gonna want a decorative, no, what is the thermal machine that gives the potion effects? Thermal. Forget what it was. Sequential fabricator. Sequential fabricator. There we go. Oh, other screen. You give this thing potions, and it... here, let's get one of these. Spreads potion effects to an area. So, we're not going to automate health potions. I just want to stick a couple of them in here if we can. Do we have any potions, even? I haven't really done the brewing route. Do we even have a brewing stand? Some blaze powder. You know what, it's fine at this point, it's not worth it, but we'll stick this in here and maybe one day we'll make a health station. Just walk up, gives you health. So, random 1 was kind of a bust. Let's try that again. Let's roll the dice. So, I believe if we name this guy random 1, it's just going to lead back to the same thing, so we got to name it random 2. Random. Start. Oh, look at that. ID 3, so it's the same dimension even though we named it something different? Test. Yeah, is there a way to wipe that then? Extract. We would have to change something, because if we put in another one then, like a different one, because that was the same one, and we name it random 3, it's the same thing. So now any blank dimensions we make are going to lead back to that world then. So we have to put something in there. Fortunately, I think that's what the digit dimlet is for. You just put in any random variety. These? Really? Currently not craftable. Oh no. But it... oh, that sucks. That's fine though, because we have the terrain absorber, so we could make a... what is that? The normal, not body normal. So we just stick in a normal terrain dimlet. Here, this one's actually eating up the power. So we go over here, extract, then we stick in our normal terrain dimlet. Now we name it random 2. We click store, and it's a new dimension. Now the creation cost is slightly higher, and the maintenance cost is slightly higher. So we stick that in there. And I guess we'll just have to... see, without the digit dimlets, now we can't really roll the dice that much. Whoop. So now if we go over here, because the random 1... matter receiver is still there in the random dimension, even though that dimension no longer exists, we can actually dial out to it. And if we do that, we run the risk of going into an unpowered dimension, which will kill us, unless you have the phased field generator, which will start depleting once we're there. Fortunately, we have wireless item charging over dimensions. So the dimension editor allows you to edit dimensions somehow. I'm not actually sure. Here, you know what? Let's go dial that one out and see how bad it is. I think we just got unlucky. So let's test this out. I'm just playing Dimension Roulette right now. Loading screen. Could be worse. Could be Half-Life loading screens. Those always really felt weird. Like, they tried to make it so that would be sort of seamless, I feel, and they didn't do such a great job. To be fair, it's just loading screens in general. One day, a future generation will have no clue what loading screens are, because stuff just loads that quickly. Oh, look at this. So now we got a normal terrain. So, did we get an overworld? No negative effects are apparent. Dude, I think we got a normal overworld. Here, we should mark this place with a beacon, because it's kind of meh. So here, let's just call this portal. I guess it doesn't really matter, but we'll do it. What biome is this? Spectral biome from Integrated Dynamics? That's the Earth. Where are we? Also, hey, check it out, the Earth's flat, yeah. Let's build craft oil. I want to be careful about loading chunks right now, because with this jet plate, I can move so quickly. Like, look at that guy jumping around. That's how you know that you're facing some lag. I don't want a queen bee. Why would I want a bee? Not the bees. I think we just got a random world. Let's check out the origin on this. Oh yeah, that's right, there's nothing. So it looks like regular origin. I think we just made an overworld. Yeah, no, there's copper ore. So we could absolutely just go farming in this dimension, but it doesn't matter. I want to see if there's bedrock here, because we could make a, what's the word? We could make the Grains of Infinity farm, which is really what's preventing me from... Yeah, look at that, flat bedrock. Or not. No, it's regular bedrock, oh my. I guess there's no reason for a flat bedrock mod. So that's cool, I guess. Looks like regular mobs spawn. If we wanted a regular world, that is, it'd be cool. What is that? I think that's just a hat. Alright, I guess that's interesting. Let's head back home. So yeah, let's just interrupt that. It's a nice biome and all, but there's no reason for us to have it. Yeah, see, we filled it up with energy. So I guess, actually, let's go stick this back in the dimension builder for a second. Let me explain the activity probe. Let's go dial it again. Loading screen. Come on. That was much faster. So, the activity probe is pretty straightforward. Dimensions take power to run, right? If you stick an activity probe, if you leave your dimension, it's still running. Here. Let me go kill this guy. Australian minecart. So, stick an activity probe in a dimension. Now, when you leave it, it won't consume any power, but anything that's running in there like a quarry shuts down because it's technically switched off. Pretty straightforward. While you're in it, it runs. While you're not, it's not. Which is going to be great for that emerald dimension that we tried to make. Alright, cool. So yeah. Now if we look at the dimension builder, it's not actually, if we take the dimlet out, the dimension tab out, it's not actually running. Of course, now if we try and jump in there, it's going to start draining power. And this guy doesn't drain too quickly, but if we're not careful, it could very, very easily get bad. Like, we haven't built this guy yet, but this one would drain up much faster, because it's at like 100,000 off per tick drain cost. Getting very close to our first neutronium ingot. I've got 8 nuggets and a bunch of tiny piles. Alright, let's go take a look at the chickens. Don't think I'll be doing any montages, although I think that last one went pretty well. Yep, here we go. So if I'm not mistaken, a lot of these guys are actually going to be, yep, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Very nice. So, get out of here, chicken. You're old news. Give me that. So yeah, this guy over here, he's worthless to us now. He can go in the Hole of Shame. And in case you were wondering what's in the Hole of Shame, I am not at liberty to tell you. Yeah. There's all the red chickens we'll ever need. Now, I'm hoping we can get like a 10, 10, 10 blue chicken, please, game. I got 10, 10, 9. I wonder if that's close enough. Like I mentioned, there's got to be some 10, 10, 10 blue eggs down there somewhere, right? Not in here, but in the other spot. 10, 10, 8, 10, 10, 9. Oh my goodness, you have got to be kidding me. Give me some 10, 10, 10s. Okay, 8, 9, 10. I'm just looking for any other quick 10, 10s like the green chicken over here. I think the other one over here, the 10, 10. No. There should be another 10, 10 green in here. I was actually looking for them. Yep. So yeah, maybe give me some time, get the chickens in order. I guess actually, oh wait, there's the other one. Screw that. Hold on, where's that egg? We don't need that. So this egg can go away. We don't care about it. So yeah, do green and blue do anything? Yes, they do. So we'll actually test it with them. Because I think it's finally time. Moment of truth. Let's go get some seeds. We have 1,000 seeds in storage. That is excellent. So there's two ways of crossbreeding chickens in this pack. You can stick two of them in a pen facing one another like this, and then, yeah, let's get a sign and call this cyan. And then eventually they'll produce the drops necessary for a cyan chicken. Wait a minute. Where's my 10, 10, 10 green? Did I toss them in the hole of shame? No. Give me that. I thought we had a 10, 10 blue. I guess we didn't, that's right. It's not blue. Red, that was right. Red was the other one. That makes brown. So you could stick two of them over here, side by side, and then wait for them to make a, the crossbreed, which could take a while. And the good thing about this method is it's automatable, but we don't care about that so much. This guy's not a 10, 10, 10, right? No, he's a 10, 10, 9, so he gets to go in the hole of shame too. So the other method is also pretty straightforward. You just take the two of them, and you give them some seeds like vanilla chickens, and you tell them go make babies. But they don't seem to want to breed. Yeah, I can't right-click on them to make them breed, so I don't think that's enabled in this pack. Can you not breed regular chickens this way? Like in freestanding mode? They have to be like this? Because that's going to be a bit of a pain. And eventually these guys are going to produce in one of their nests a brown egg. So let's just go get some conduits. I should really run these onto the floor, but I'm being lazy right now just for the sake of laziness. Here, extract on green always active, extract on green always active, insert on green. So I'll come back here in a little bit, and hopefully, there'll be a brown egg in there, and hopefully it will be 10, 10, 10. Well, moment of truth, guys. You ready for this? There's a brown egg. What is it? Oh, what's it gonna be? Yep. Alrighty then, so this is not quite as bad as it might seem. It's going to be annoying starting everything off as a 1-1-1, but there is a ray of sunshine. Smart chickens. In fact, we've almost 10-10-10 the smart chicken. We're still working on 10-10-10ing the yellows, but the whites are almost done, the blues are almost done, the reds are done, the greens are done. In fact, now they're not needed over here. Smarts are almost done. The blacks are pretty close to done too. So here's the blacks, yellows, smarts. I think there's a bone white in here. And yeah, one more blue. So we're very close to 10-10-10ing the base ones. And if you breed a base with a smart chicken, or that brown with a smart, it might produce a 9-9-9, if I'm correct. We'll have to see. Because that will depend on how feasible this whole 10-10-10 every chicken is. Because that might be a doomed quest if it takes so long. Also, there's no real use for these eggs. There's the lucky egg machine, but I already have loop eggs in the pack. Why would I want a lucky egg machine? Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Alrighty then. What should we do next, honestly? Like, chickens are kind of a thing, but I can't spend the whole episode just chickening around. Making random dimensions won't really work because the digit dimlets are broken, so Like, I can't just make a new random dimension. I have to put something in there for it to be new and not just lead back to the same old spot the last one did. So I'm actually kind of at a loss. I guess let's look at the quest book. As far as I'm aware, this quest is straight up broken. Like, I don't think we'll be able to get all these quests over here, so we'll just have to do the honor system. Like, I'm assuming gem armor means all the gem armor, red matter armor, dark matter armor, all that. All these things, this thing, all of these. So I'll just count it in my head, I guess. I can't do the Infinity Catalyst. Solar, I want to wait for EMC, including these. Do we have enough of the Tier 2 material to make a Tier 3 Void Ore Miner, I wonder? Not over here, over here. This, Cryonite. Hey, cool, we got one of those finally. We're gonna need one of them for the saturation modifier. Tyranite. Oh, cool, we have enough for the controller at least, but let's take a look at what else it needs. So, let's go make ourselves a tier 2. What are we missing? Erodium. I could have sworn we had a whole ton of it. Yeah, okay, we just gotta teach it how to make blocks of the stuff. Because here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here's a tier 2. So let's go see what this guy needs. Here, pattern grid, tier 3, void. Encode that. Go stick it in a crafter somewhere. Probably over anywhere, honestly. Then tier 3. Let's go craft one. So let's go take a look at this guy. Oh boy. It takes 750 RF per tick. 8 null modifier, we have that. 56 structure frame, tier 3 or above. 52 structure panels for laser cores. Oh boy. Alrighty then, we are actually very close to the energy condenser. Let me go show it off. Should have started over there. 1 second. Come on, Super Pants. I built you for this reason. I've upgraded all of these to Draconic. I've got the crystal chest going. I've started to craft red matter and dark matter. I need tons of coal. So, void ore miners gave me a ton of coal, right? So I take the coal ore, take it down over here. This thing breaks it and fortune 3s it. Tons of fun, right? Only issue is that's not enough coal. Like, especially once we really get into it, that's really not enough. Put the coal coke back. But I take what coal I do get, right? And I stick it in here, and it's gone. And we get like 8 pieces of this, and we need 15 more just for the red matter. More still for the dark matter, but at least the dark matter takes red matter, or the red matter takes dark matter to make. So we're going to do a coal dimension. I already got all the material I needed to make the material absorber. And yeah, this thing looks pretty cheap, right? Only a rarity 3. The emerald thing was a rarity 5, right? So yeah, let's grab an empty dimension thing. Then we need the, what was it? Normal terrain? I forget. What did we need to make this? It was a feature? Normal. No, I don't remember what it was. Time? Terrain, I think? Like a normal terrain dimlet. So then we take these over here, we go normal terrain, this, and that's a dangling modifier. It should be the other way around. So now it should be a normal terrain made out of coal. And if we're lucky, it will be cheap. So let's try it. Coal world. Store. Alright, 7,000 RF per tick. We can afford that. So then we stick this guy over here in the dimension builder. It's actually going to eat up all the power. Creation cost is 41,000 RF per tick. My god. So we're actually going to go grab ourselves a flux point. Stick it on top. Power output. And this guy here gets to be called the, what does he get to be called? Dimension builder number 1. Yeah, that's going to eat up all our power. And it's going to take a while because right now that's running through our resonant energy cell, which means that can't get enough power, which means it might finally be time to switch it over. Give me just a second. Let's head over to our power sphere. Yeah, this guy. It's only running through this as fast as it can, so we get another flux plug. What's this guy even called? Power output. So this should be the power output network. Only 50 kerfs? Like only 50,000? I guess it has this transfer limit. We'll call this flux plug, because the other ones are point number 2. And yeah, let's boop. Raise that limit. Actually, disable limit. How high can it go? So now if we look at the battery, it's pulling as much power out of it as it can. Like, it's actually starting to drain it, but once the dimension is built and maintained, which should be soon actually now that we added so much power to the network at once, but once that's done, come on, where is it? Yeah, see, now it's built, so we'll want another activity probe, because this thing is going to drain all our power. Activity probe. I just need better power generation, honestly. I'm going to go the solar route once we're ready. So dimension is built. Let's dial up. Receiver is too far away. Oh, you can dial a receiver and it will tell you. Oh, neat. Alrighty then. Let's go grab this just in case, and this in case we need to make a quick exit, and let's take a look. So when we go to Emerald World, when we finally get enough power, it should look something like whatever this is. Like a loading screen. This might take a second. Terrain takes forever to load in. Yep, it's just a world made of coal. So now, we go ahead and we use our built-in quarry function. And just mine up all the coal we want. Blocks of coal would have been faster, but yeah. Alrighty then. Well, now comes the thing. How do we, I guess we can stick it in the alchemical bag for right now. Are those sheep? Energetic sheep? What do these guys do? Alright, so that's a thing. And yeah, it's just a normal overworld made entirely out of coal. It's pretty cool. So now, we just take our activity probe, pop it in over here. Let's go light this up. I thought, wasn't glowstone supposed to light it up? I guess I needed to be updated. So now when we leave here, we're good. So now we just gotta figure out a good method of quarrying this. And I think I have the answer to that as well. So let's go home. So now, let's head back over to this. Turns out you don't need to tell it what connection to interrupt, just interrupt it and it's good. So now we go over here and pop this out, and because there's the add activity probe there, we're fine. So there's Emerald World, here's Coal World, here's Random World number 2. Alright, pretty cool. So now we should look at quarries, I guess. Well, actually here, let's go grab our bag. Where is it? Here it is. Do alchemical bags have the option to dump? It doesn't look like it, which is fine. So obviously we don't want to manually mine up all this coal, right? Like, that's going to take forever, especially because we're going to need it by the truckload. Like, this will be good for right now, but we're going to want better methods. So what is the plan here? We should look at the builder from RF Tools. The regular builder, not the dimension builder. This is pretty cheap. Then we're going to want a quarry, a shape card quarry, and we're going to want the silk or the fortune quarry. Probably the fortune quarry. And we can do a clearing or a regular fortune quarry. So let's take a look at this. So it needs a regular quarry card. We need a diamond shovel and pick. As well as a shape card. Yep. Oh, we need paper. So here's your shape card. Here's your quarry shape. And here's your fortune quarry, right? Yep. So now, I think if we sneak right click with this in our hand, right, we can tell it what type of shape we want it to be. In this case, we're going to do a regular box because we're pretty straightforward. We want it to be a solid box. And let's just set it to 5,000. Oh, can it not go beyond 512? So now we'll line up all those blocks over there. A 512 by 256 by 512. A solid block worth. And it's just going, scanning all those things. And you can also tell it to void all these things, but because the entire world is made out of that, it's fine. So then we're going to need to send it power, the flux point. We're also going to need to send the items that it produces somewhere. So we need to set up automated pulling from the quarry into the system, I think. Although we'll want to be careful, obviously. I think for right now we're just going to use a paired ender chest. So ender chest. So here for right now we'll just use white, white, white because that's all we do. But eventually I'm going to set that frequency to just export into our system. So we'll set it, put a conduit over there. Let's go get not a Donacot, conduit. Although actually it's going to be really slow if we do it like that. Although it's going to be slow anyway because we're mining it really slowly. So I guess for right now that will be our best bet. So just have it extract from here, always active, and set it into here. And again, we're going to want... I wonder if it can export directly into the ender chest, actually. Let's go test that out. Let's go dial Coal World for a second. Okay, so we're back in Coal World. Let's just place down our builder. So, oh boy. Let's go set up... Should make a quick platform here, obviously. Because we don't want this to just be a solid void when we return. Wasn't there? Yeah, cobble. Although I guess it will mine up the cobble just as easily. So you stick your shape card in there. Let's see, moving block should make sound, make no sound. Preview mode enabled. Don't wait on opposition, no highlighting. Yeah. Do a single run, then stop. Entities are not moved. So with this fortune quarry, we could also have it fortune up the stuff when we get back home, but I'll set that up in just a bit. So we place this ender chest on top over here. Hopefully that means that, yeah, stuff goes in here, gets pulled out. Looks like it. This needs a lever, I think. So here, let's steal one of these, and I have some things on me to make sticks. After that one time when I needed some fuel and I couldn't get, I was like, nope, never doing that again. Always carry some cobblestone and wood on you. You never know when you'll need it to make a lever. And it's in here now. Grr. So here, let's go stick this back over here. And yeah, it also needs power. So here, actually, give me that lever. Give me this. Oh boy, we're going to eat up so much power now. Call this guy Quarry. And we're actually going to limit this guy to, well, here, Quarry number 1. We should call it the Coal Quarry, actually. So now, if we throw the lever, it's scanning from all the way up over there. What happened above our heads? Can the quarry mine itself, I wonder? Because we're at 71. Which Which means that's probably started in a direction. Like, you see this thing above our heads? Yeah, see, like, it's over there mining stuff up. So somewhere in this area it started. Probably over here? I don't know where, though. Oh, hey, look, one of those thingies. You sometimes get dimlets over here. Let's go take a look. Cobblestone, netherrack, structure dimlet igloo. It's pretty annoying. Anything good in here? Invisibility, basic energy module, circuit tier 1. Dense caves. Interesting. I've never actually properly played with RF Tools Dimension. I always do it in like a skyblock setting, so because of that, not so much. So somewhere over here, this quarry is mining though, right? Like, stuff is getting mined, fortuned, right? Yeah, look at that. See, it's fortune. Oh, wait, that's going into the... I'm dumb. This is a fortune quarry. Anyway, you gotta steal our activity probe. How much power is this consuming? Looks like minus something. Minus 9,000 or 4,000 RF every time it tries to run. We should actually tell it to wait at its current operation then, otherwise it's liable to, yeah. So that should slow it down a fair bit, because I imagine our power is draining pretty rapidly now, to the point where I'm actually concerned we might run out of energy in the thing if we're not careful. Alright, let's go home. So I made a mistake. Break it. Okay, good. Because this should now be full of coal. Yeah. So what we'll instead do is we'll have that empty out into here for right now. So there you go. And that's enough of that fuel over there that we can now make all the red matter we need. So yeah, we actually made a significant advancement just now because we've started making RF Tools dimensions for the materials we need. And because of that, we can now get all sorts of goodies that might be harder to obtain en masse. So all this coal ore can honestly just go away because we've now got more of it than we'll know what to do with for a long time. Yep, see, there's another 4. And it's just going to keep going. So here, let's go make the red matter. Yep, there's our red matter. Do we have enough to make the dark matter? Missing 14 pieces of this. Well, there's 3, and it's just going to keep going. In fact, let's go speed it along, shall we? So right now, our big issue is item movement. Translocators. I completely forgot they existed for a minute. With some glowstone. Yoink. Okay, this might get pretty crazy. And then, boop. And, oh wow, that's already fast. Oh my god. Well, yeah, no, there's your fuel. Yeah. And you just convert it back, and yeah, now we have more coal than we'll know what to do with. Dark matter, get 4 of these, and you know what? It is time. Yeah, let's go over here. It's finally time. We just unlocked EMC. Oh boy. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Are you ready? How much energy is this going to use? 5 million, not bad. How is our power storage looking? It's probably draining pretty rapidly, I would imagine. Yeah. We're gonna have to shut that off in a minute. Ooh, lag spike. Because right now we're only inputting this much. 18,000. It's not bad on its own, but at this rate, not so much. But now that we have EMC unlocked, yeah. So in order to upgrade this guy, what do we need? Quantum storage units are easy enough to make. Antimatter relay looks fair enough. Just red matter, dark matter, diamond glass. Okay, same with this. Just glowstone, diamond glass. And then it's these dark matter blocks, red matter blocks. Do we have quantum storage units? I thought we had. Yeah, we already got one of them. Do we want to go straight to energy condenser Mark II? You know what? Let's try that. Gold storage crate, diamond storage crate, quantum storage unit. Dark. So let's see, we're just gonna need 12 of these, I think. And we're missing diamonds. Of course we are. That's fine. Let's go play around with this thing. Do we have some stars? Alright, first things first, let's get some soul sand. Because once we can automate wither killing, which we should be able to. Like, I mean, we have it automated, but once we get it fully autoed, by doing this, we'll be fine. So what happens with the energy condenser? You stick this in over here. Not over there. Uh-oh. Right, you stick this in over here. That converts to EMC. You stick something in over on the top. It takes that EMC and starts making it like that. Then you can take from there and just put it wherever. And you can convert anything. You want cobble? Put cobble in. And we might have deleted what was in there. Darn. But in the meantime, we can get infinite nether stars from here. And this other junk, too. I might just have all this get voided, to be honest. I don't think there's anything in here other than the Supremium Essence and the stars I care about. And the Withering Souls, I guess, in case we want to do a bunch of nether star cruxes. But yeah, we'll set that up later. Big thing is, we got the energy condenser. And we're going to need to make another one eventually later. Like, 2 of them was the dream. In fact, can we make a second one? I don't know if we can afford that dirt chest is the issue. Yeah, I'm joking. It's a dirt chest. And we have a crystal. Yep, so I think we can do it. Red mat. Oh yeah, we're still missing diamonds. So that's not happening for a while. Because that's like 100 diamonds each, and I don't think we have enough over here. So you know what else we might have to do? Let's get 2 more builders going. Let's get this set up before it's too late. Ugh, the lag is starting. When you have so many different things running, it gets laggy. So, builder. Because builders are great for a couple things. Really? Bricks? No. I make tons of clay these days. I was considering adding a clay, like a proper bricks factory to this, but I realized I could just take the clay, convert it to these, then convert it to bricks pretty easily in the enhanced furnace. The ultimate furnace I have set up over here. I still need to give this thing a room, but that's pretty cool. Let's take a look down over here, because this might be full already. Yeah. Did it finish? Is it out? Hold on a second. Let's go check that dimension out, because we could stick the activity pro back in there and save some power while we get the solar. Oh! Well, alright then. I see my head over there. I forgot about that. No, that's a thing. This ran out of power. Where is it? Oh! I am so smart. I am so smart. I think we can just go back in there. I don't think it will kill us twice, because it ran out of power because we didn't have it in the dimension build. I'm dumb. Oh, alright then. I guess I know what I have to do now. Yep, here I am. That's why it ran out. Yep. Always a good time when I can die to my own stupidity, right? Is this thing not on? No, it's on. No, that was genuinely just my own being dumb. Is it running now? Not enough power. How much is this? Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna shut this guy off for a minute. How do you do that? Is there an easy way to... Yeah, never active. Okay, we're gonna disable that for a minute. We don't have enough power to feed this thing, but that was enough for us to get going. Well, alrighty then. We gotta hold the press on everything. What day was that? Here, jet plate, you're in the way for a minute. That was day 177. Wow, it's been a while since I died. Here, jet plate, you can go back on. So that's what I talk about when I say the thing will kill you. I mean that. Yep, well, we gotta go do a thing now. Rip me. So I think we can just... Oh wait, that's right, we should get the bit bag. And the chisel. Where are they? It's been so long since I had to do this. Seriously, where are they? Here's the chisel. The bit bag's already here. Yep, there it is. Do we have a sign on us? Eh. Go. I'm actually impressed how little I died this series, but it's always the stupid things that get me, be it chance cubes or fall damage. Wait, what did it say? So here, r.i.p kosher bacon day 177. Let's see. Lapsing world. Rest in peace, dude. Oh. So yeah, that's a thing that can happen if you're not careful. It's been so long since I died too, more than 100 in-game days. Once you get decent armor, stuff like that's the only thing that really kills you anymore. You know what else it's time for? It's time to make a neutronium ingot. Oh boy. Look at this thing, and we can do so much with it now. I'm kidding though, like I think everything that takes it needs at least one of them. Yeah, just look at it all. Like we can't even make an infinity catalyst, although maybe? We still need the singularities, that's the biggest issue. Everything else here, except maybe cosmic meatballs or ultimate stew. Yeah, there's not even like an Enderium or a block of steel or dark steel block singularity. Nothing you can do with just one of these things. What were we doing? We were making a builder out of brick. So here, let's actually go to that dimension. I'm positive it's powered again. Yep. So we're gonna steal the shape card out of here. Like, And we're just gonna set it to 0, 0, 0. We'll set this thing to a silk touch, then have it export to there, I think. Because we're gonna set something up here, and then we're gonna call it an episode. Let's go stick this in here. We can go interrupt that. Sorry if it's a lot more longer drawn out than usual, although I have real difficulty in this game making proper sized episodes. Trying to keep it to 30, it either goes way too high or way too low. So, we don't want it to be over here at TBH. Like, we really don't. Maybe we'll set up a room for it, so let me just explain it then. I want to have 2 builders. One builder will be over here, and the other one can be on top of it, but for the sake of simplicity, we'll have it over here. So this one's going to have a shape card that tells it to fill up this 3x3 area with stuff, ores that we're going to pump in that need to be Fortune 3'd. This one's going to have the Fortune 3 card in it, and it's going to clear that area with Fortune 3. Sounds right? Sounds simple, right? Yeah. And we might do something similar using an unbreakable Tinker's Hammer that has firewood so that it auto-smelts it for the stuff that we just want auto-smelted. And that's how we'll get our ores. I don't know. Because right now this coal is worthless what it's doing. Like, look at how much of this stuff we have now. If it wasn't for the diamond issue. Now, diamond dimension might be a little too pricey for us, though, so we should really look at power. But now that we have an energy condenser, we can probably get started with that. So that's going to be what we do next episode. In the meantime, that's going to do it for this one. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys again next time. Take care. Bye-bye.